guys, and welcome back to another sim racing video. Now, just over a month ago we uploaded a video to do with doing a lap around a Nordschleife in a Mark 7 Golf, where we were trying to replicate Coomsy Lad Mate's Mark 6 Golf. Now unfortunately we have had to go for a Mark 7 Golf purely because GT7 on PlayStation 5 does not have a Mark 6 Golf. So we're going to go revisit that video again, purely because Volkswagen thought it'd be a good idea to copyright the video, so I've had to take it down. So I'm going to read you some quick facts, and then we are going to get back on the track and we're going to go for another lap. So here we go. Now on Gran Turismo 7 we have the performance points of 632.72 PP points, or performance points in long form. The max power we have is 282 brake horsepower, which is, we're only 2 horsepower higher than the real life counterpart of Coomsy Lad Mate's car. Now the max torque is 44.4 kgfm. I'm not sure what that means, so if you know what it means, please let me know down in the comments. The displacement is 2084 cc. The weight is 1084 kilos. That's minus me sitting in the car. And the front rear weight balance is 63 at the front and 37 on the back. Now this is a quick car. It's yeah, again, I've replicated it the best I can on the game, and it's quick on the game, believe me. And I'm quite excited actually to do another lap in this car. So I'm going to try and talk about, you know, hitting the braking points and the markers and what I can feel through the force feedback in the car. Obviously we haven't got motion on the simulator. So I'm going to stop rambling and I'm going to go and get ready, and we're going to get on the track and we're going to see what time we can. And here we go, we are on the track, just ready to get going really. So yeah, gonna get my gloves on because don't want to wreck the Alcantara rim because I've got sweaty gamer hands and we don't want that ruined. No way do we. Now I've got the brake balance in the middle, so it's completely equal. We've got no traction control either, which is going to make it a bit more harder, but it means we're going to get more pronounced feeling of force feedback and feeling of what the car is doing through the rim, which is quite important when you're doing such a lap like this on such a track like this. So yeah, I'm going to stop rambling and talking and we're going to get into the lap because I'm pretty excited for this. So yeah, let's go. Now you've got timing on session best there on the bottom right, so you pay attention to that should you feel the need to. You might be able to judge on what lap times we're going to be getting. I'm just mainly going to be concentrating on what's on the track ahead. Oh, a little bit of a mess up there, but it's alright because lap's not started till now. So we're on the speed Schmitzer curve. Now here we go, going to try and get it tight. I think I was a bit too heavy on the brake. Straight into third as well, can really maximise the limits on the track here. Going to try and get that in tight, just let off a little bit because you don't want to be understeering and going into the barrier. You really do not want to be doing that. Don't be writing off the Golf now. Straight on the brakes as well, bit tough as well, just to try and get it turned in. Mainly just trying as well in a straight line to brake, because if you brake as you're turning you are going to understeer and you really don't want to be doing that because that is only going to hinder your lap times. Going to use the curb there as well. You are able to use a lot of the curbs on this track. Now as I can feel through the wheelbase here, it's really like pulling to where it wants to go. So trying to like keep control of the car, it's quite mental. Coming up here onto the float plats now, we're not going to change gear, we're just going to let off a little bit just to get around the corner. Keeping it nice and tight because we like it tight on this channel, let me tell you. So there we go, we survived that, and that is my favourite part of the track. Well, one of the favourite parts of the track. So we're going to keep it planted going down through here. Going to get as close to the grass as possible. Going to stay on the right hand side. Going to let off a little bit and try and keep it turned in. At the end of these rumbles, straight on them brakes. No point going into second, just keep it into third. Whoa, a bit of understeer there, but it's fine. We did keep it. A little bit of braking as turning, that really did not help us there. Coming down now through the foxhole. Yes, the foxhole. Not what you thought I said. Oh yeah. And just make sure you keep on these bits here on the rumbles, straight down the fourth on the brakes, then back on the throttle, back on the brakes again into third. Make sure you're literally meeting where the apex are, or close to the rumble strips as you can get. Keep your corners nice and tight. On the rumbles again, high revs in second, straight into third. That's what you want to do. The most prominent gear in this car I have found is second for the best acceleration to get you going as quick. Straight on the brake, just a little bit of a dab. of course that's what you want to be doing. And then I'm going to just go into second as we're approaching the corner. A little bit of curb there, not a problem, as long as we're not hitting the grass and absolutely sliding. Gonna get into second, keep this nice and tight, because if it's not tight, it's not right. Let me tell you that. Now this is a couple of the trickiest bits here, where it's really like tight. Oh, I can tell you what, I can feel the back end of this car weirdly sliding out, and it's a front wheel drive car as well. I felt that. Getting the force feedback on this is quite good. It certainly makes up for not having any motion, or compared to, like, you know, being in a real car. Just going to use a bit of curb there as you do. I'm going to come through here to where we have a entrance, but there's no entrance on this track because we're using all of the track. We're not doing it on the Tour Safari layout, that's for sure. We keep it into third here as well. Just keep those revs high, straight on the throttle. Now this part of the track is not bad really. Yeah, it's alright. It's mainly like the bumps and the undulations which really do hamper some of what the car is doing. Again, with having this car lowered, yeah, it does hamper the effects. Really trying to keep close to the curbs as well. Again, maximising all the space that we've got, whilst trying to keep the car going as quick as we can. It's a bit of a mix between throttle and brake, and really just knowing where your points are. Because the most important thing when you're hot lapping isn't just the speed and what the driver is doing, but one of the most important elements is what you're doing with your brakes. Because brakes is really what makes you go a bit quicker, if you know how to use them, that is. So we're in fifth, and what we're going to do as we come round this crest right here is we're going to just go on brakes slightly, jump down into fourth, straight back onto the throttle. There we go. I quite like the entrance and exit speed of that. That was pretty damn good. Really trying to keep that planted as well. It gets a bit difficult there, braking in a straight line. Really trying to keep close to the apex, because the car has got a habit of understeering here, and again, you don't want that. So as we're coming up now to the first carousel, back on the brakes again, gonna go in at an angle, just a little bit of throttle. We don't want too much because you will just mess it up, and understeering on that bit, you're gonna lose so much time. It's unbelievable. Oh, and I would, yeah, it's absolutely crazy. It really is. The amount of information I'm feeling through this rim, it's good. You can even hear the anti-lag system kicking in as well when I let off the throttle. Now that is very like close to the real life counterpart, I can tell you that. And I'm sure if Coombs you add his down in the comments, he'll probably agree with that as well. You let off the throttle a bit, or you just drive it a little bit lean, then yeah, anti-lag does kick in. Mounting the curb there, just like the Whipperman Challenge. However, we did mess that up. Bit of brake as well, really trying to get the curbs here. Now as we're coming through to Brunch, and I'm going to take it a bit easy, trying to keep it nailed in. Bit of brake as well, and then turn in, and then back on the throttle again, or a little bit wide. Not good at all. Gonna keep it in third, really turning into it. Yeah, lovely, that was quite alright, it was. Down into second. Now this bit here, you can mount the curb with high revs as well, not a problem at all. Really trying to build the speed. Now as the car's going to jump now, going to get on the brake, straight down into third, really try to turn it in as well. So many things to do. Oh, we hit the curb then. I thought we were going to be losing that, but either way I think we're on the go for a quick lap here. It is seeming a bit promising. Going to try and let off the throttle a little bit. We're trying to turn it in and not trying to mount too much to the curb, because again we are going to lose quite a bit of time. Just going to jump down into third here, get it turned in. Bit of curb there, not a problem. Bit of brake as well, turn them in again. There you go, that's what you want. There you go. Coming up to the second carousel now. Going to jump down into second, and then straight back on the throttle again. And as you're coming off the carousel, the mini one, just straight back into third. Now here, going to really try again to keep it close. Oh, a little bit wide. Remember, you can use all of the track when you are on the Nordschleife, because again, that's what's just going to help. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go silent right until we get to about where the crest is up in front, so you can hear a bit of the car. There you go. What I'll do is I'll probably turn up the volume for that bit so you guys can hear. So really gonna, yeah, get as close as you can here. I want to maximize the speed, and as we get to the second bit of apex right here, just have to jump on them brakes, get him down into second, line up the car where you want it to go. As soon as you mount that curb, which you are allowed to, you would just get on the brakes. We got really close to that wall then. Oh yes, we did. And the time we have done is way. That is impressive. That's impressive, really is. We have done a 7-minute .9885. That's impressive. I actually think as well that is quicker than the first lap we did in this. So I'm really not going to complain at that at all. Now the feelings I was feeling with that, I could really feel the car like not wanting to go into the corners. I think it's because it's front wheel drive, it just didn't want to turn. A bit of like understeer, you know, you get the gist, but also with like the bumps as well. And like as you're going up on the track and then coming down, as far as, you know, the bumps, you really do feel it through the rim, which I think is quite important when you, yeah, again it is important because it's all like to do with aerodynamics and everything else. But either way, I'm like really happy with that lap, like really happy. I think that is actually better than what we did last time. So yeah, just gonna do a bit of a cruise here, I think. So yeah, if you've enjoyed that video and a little bit of my rambling, why don't you leave a thumbs up, even a dislike if you fancy it. If you do leave a dislike, then I'd really appreciate you leave me a comment down below on why you've done that. Share it about, and if you've not subscribed, why not subscribe as well, and also slap that bell notification to be notified of future content such as more sim racing videos and real life car meet, car show, car content videos as well, whatever you want to call it. Really enjoying what we're doing lately and the positive changes have been happening, and yeah, you know, it's really good to get back into this. So yeah, all I can say on that is what a mega lap. If you've done a lap in this car as well on GT7, it'd be nice to know how powerful you've got your Golf on here and what lap time you have achieved around here as well. So guys, I'm going to leave that there. So I've been Luke, this has been a hot lap around the Nordschleife in the Mark 7 Golf, and I'll see you guys next time on the track. Goodbye.